So I genuinely I just had such a fucking euphoric experience just now. You know, I didn't smoke it today. I take my first hit. It's just velvety smooth.
Nice.
It's one of those hits where it's like you don't even feel it. It's gonna sound like the most homoerotic thing of all time to say you don't even feel it against your throat. But that's the only way to describe it. Because usually when you're exhaling, you can like feel the smoke on your throat. This sounds so overtly sexual for no reason. Fucking. Just stop being a bigot, okay? God. Fucking. No, it was just such a smooth hit, right? And I looked up as I was exhaling. I just locked eyes with the woman on the screen and just these deep, dark eyes. I just fell right into them. And I swear to God, all I could fucking hear was the light, the heat, your eyes. I am complete
so
in
weird.
your eyes.
You know what I was listening to walking down here?
Something Peter Gabriel?
Yeah. That's so fucking weird.
Who do you think you are, first of all? This was going to be a coherent episode. Now we need to take a little side. Who do you think you are being Mr. Peter Gabriel fan all of a sudden? After I've been Peter Gabriel fan my entire goddamn life.
So the other day, I listened to his version of
the other
Heroes.
day you were on Twitter and you saw how Craig Bierko randomly liked my tweet at 4 a.m. from 4 months prior praising Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, and since then I've been addicted. But every time I put on a Peter Gabriel song...
That's not a sign that he goes on my Twitter and it's like, oh, I agree. You remember my tweet was or no? My tweet was, what is this bullshit of people doing covers of Peter Gabriel songs? Peter Gabriel can do covers of songs. People can't do covers of Peter Gabriel songs. And then he liked that tweet 4 months later.
Well, fucking, obviously, you're not just his biggest fan. He's your biggest
Apparently.
fan. Fucking, no, every time I listen to a Peter Gabriel song, all I can go in my head is, if Alex was here, he'd be like, what the fuck? You think you listen to Peter Gabriel now?
Because it's bullshit. If we start bopping into fucking... you'll be listening to show tunes and I'll be bopping into fucking Queensryche.
I would love it if you listen to Queensryche.
I would never listen to Queensryche,
You know how many years
it'd be an honor
fun
if
of
you
me?
fuck my sister. I'd love for you to fuck my sister.
I would love to fuck my sister. My whole family would love to
What?
fuck my sister. Can we stop with the sister fucking conversation?
That guy.
What do you mean
That's not that guy. Never mind. I thought for some reason I convinced myself since he's the taxi driver in Zack and Davey Wendy's. I thought that asshole from the Brendan Schaub thing was also the taxi driver in that scene. But that guy's also annoying. That's the guy from Community in 21 Jump Street. 21 and Over. Wrong movie.
Dude, I'm so fucking...
The guy who says stop with the system. Okay, I'll slow down. I'll backtrack. You mentioned the scene from 21 and Over in which fucking Miles Teller and Skylar Astin are in the back of the car.
Yeah. And once you said something else, that's where you lost
I know, that taxi driver, I said, oh, that's the same taxi driver. And then I stopped myself because I thought for a second it was the guy who's the taxi driver in Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, who's the third host with Brendan Schaub and Chris D'Elia.
No, it's not that guy.
And I said, oh, no, it's not that piece of shit. It's the guy who's actually saying stop with the sister fucking is the cop from Community.
Yeah, that's who he is.
That's
now
who
I followed
it is.
Yeah. So you said this was going to be a tight episode.
It could have been until that.
And there's a tangent there. What were you trying to say before the tangent?
Well, no, first it's bullshit that you're listening to Peter Gabriel all the time, not thinking that's your guy.
All right, you know what, Alex? Now all the walls are fucking coming down, okay? I'm going to reveal... I'm revealing your deepest, darkest fucking secret. That's one of the things we have to actually remember. You can expose me in a second. Yeah.
We do need to program those buttons at some point. We have 10,
break the walls?
8 buttons. Break the walls down has to be one of them for sure.
That'd be awesome. Fucking, we should change it every month or something. So it's a different wrestling.
You're not.
guy.
Stop. I hate how you have all these ideas that involve you doing no work and me. No, okay. We've had it for a year. I haven't even wanted to change one of them over the course of a year. I'm not going to suddenly jump to change them every single 30 days now.
Anyways,
yeah,
it'd be way better if we had the camera actually, because that long pause wouldn't be such a long pause.
Yeah, the long pauses are a little unbearable when you're just listening.
Fucking. You want to make fun of me for listening to Peter Gabriel?
I'm making fun of you for listening to Peter Gabriel. I think Peter Gabriel... No. Don't spin this where I'm saying you're a nerd for listening to Peter Gabriel. I'm just shocked where this new affinity has come from for him.
First of all, I knew who Peter Gabriel was before you listened to music, okay?
I doubt that.
I just didn't listen to him a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew a few songs
You know what the sad
of
part
his.
is? You probably just don't like him because Dad doesn't like him. So you're like, yeah, I guess he sucks.
I'm not even going to confirm that or deny it.
Because it's true. I can neither confirm nor deny that without the Secretary's approval.
Fucking, I showed you In Time by Imagine Dragons, and you were like,
dude,
this song
that's
fucking
so
sucks.
lame.
This song's so
Robbie,
fucking bad.
Just to clarify.
And then 3 weeks later, you're like, Imagine Dragons is my favorite band. They're the best band. Have you heard Radioactive? That might be not only is it the best song they have, maybe the best song of this year. Maybe the best song
Robbie,
of the entire
longer
time.
you talk, the harder you're going to fall. Okay?
Whatever.
You want to hear why you're sounding like a dum-dum for this one? One, you're going to bat for fucking Imagine Dragons, okay?
I knew the crust I was nailing myself to, okay?
Second,
I voluntarily did it.
Yes, that song, I like that song, and then about 3 months later, I was like, oh, this band sucks. And third of all, the reason I even liked the song in the first place was because when you showed it to me, it was just the two of us chilling, listening to some random song, and you were all doing that, dude, check this out.
I've never made that face listening to music my entire life.
But more importantly, when I heard Imagine Dragons Radioactive or whatever, it was because I was in middle school, and the girls were like, hey, you want to hear a song? She put the earbud in my ear. Like, this is the best song I've ever ever heard in my entire life. It could have been literally the person. It could have been the thing from South Park where they're just shitting into the microphone. Like, this is a great song. Like, this is pretty cool. This is like a movie moment.
So you're telling me that some random floozy showed you a song and you're like, this is cool, but your brother, the guy who's had your back
the worst part about it
you couldn't listen to it,
is by you picking apart the narrative that way too. Now I have to. She's a horrible person too. Not even someone I enjoy.
I hope you're proud of yourself, Alex.
I hope you're proud of yourself for your contribution to this podcast is showing your undying loyalty to Imagine Dragons.
I am proud of that, actually.
That was 10 years ago. I fucking discovered them!
I did discover. You know what else I discovered?
What?
I wasn't actually going to say anything. Because you're going to make fun of me if I say it.
Nice.
I did, in fact, discover, if you want me to say it.
Peter Gabriel, apparently, as well.
No, I'm not even going to say it, because you're gonna rip me apart so badly for saying it. Forget it. Just, what was the thing you wanted to say before?
What I was going to say is I did my first hit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going down.
Smooth, and you never felt it down the back of your throat. We heard all that, okay?
Okay? I didn't say back down my throat, okay? All right, I'll use the term esophagus, all right? In this area, okay? Wow. In this spot right here for all my listeners. This spot I'm pointing to, okay? Fucking, I'm doing my... First of all, you can see on the screen right now if you turn your right. Do you know who that is? Don't say out loud if you do. Just tell me if you do. Don't actually spoil it, but do you know who that is?
I didn't recognize when I walked down.
Okay, fine. That's perfect. That's why I paused it so quickly, because I did not want this. I don't want any spoilers whatsoever, okay? So, stop staring.
I thought this was one of those dumb fucking podcasts.
It is a dumb podcast.
Everyone's like,
it's an astute
you're an
observation.
Idiot because you're a woman.
No.
You're one of those fucking idiots.
No. This is... Okay, I'll finish the story first without saying who it is, and then we'll get the reveal. So you can look again. Just you can look, but don't like spend your time erasing people.
I don't recognize her at all.
I don't either, to be honest. And I know who she is. Fucking...
I mean, I was trying to look. I can't.
Nothing about her
looks recognizable.
Identifiable. I agree. And Gorgeous.
I'm assuming her hair being shorter is what's throwing it off completely. I'm assuming she had longer hair when I saw her.
Everything's throwing it off completely.
All right.
Okay. First off, what a great voice too. Okay, that's besides the point. Okay, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. I'm falling in love all over again. All right.
Oh wait, that's a clue. No, that doesn't do anything for me.
So I'm doing my hit, right? I hit play on this.
As your hit the back of your throat.
Shut up, Robbie. Okay. I hit play on this, and I put it on with under the. I knew it was gonna be this is stupid as fuck. I know what this is. It's something I've watched before. This is a podcast I know of. Okay.
You've watched this clip, or you just mean
this happened today. Okay. This is 3 hours ago. I've watched this podcast before, so I know who it is. I'm like, all right, fine. Let me see on this episode. This is going on, and I threw it on, and they're the guest. Okay. There's two hosts. Stop looking. There's two hosts. Okay. And the two hosts started talking for the first minute, and I was like, I'm turning this off. And I was like, I'm so ready to do it.
Do I know who these hosts are?
Yeah, you know what this podcast is.
Oh, okay.
You know everything that's going on. Right? Nothing. I'm not going to explain anything to you about this. You know everything that's going on. Okay. All right. Fucking, I'm watching. I was going to turn it off. Like, you know what? Fuck it. The remote's over there. I'll do my bowl, and then I'll turn it off. I do my bowl, and then again, it's
self-respecting man would do.
So then I do my bowl, and as I'm exhaling, I look up. It's just in your eyes, the light. Nice. And again, I'm just lost in them, right? And I'm just like, this is the greatest experience of all time. I feel love. I feel like I'm alive for a moment. I'm like, is this what emotions feel like? You know?
Yeah, you're new to those.
I'm pretty goddamn new to them, right? Now, the funniest part, I'm gonna say one thing first, okay? After I loved her to death watching her. And she said one thing that was so stupid, I was like, ooh.
I know what it was. I don't know what it was. I'd only kill the bad guys.
No, she fucking referred to non-actors in the industry as normies and like civilians. Okay, she said civilians, and I started thinking of fucking Bert Kreischer with the civilians. I'm like, God damn it, is every fucking person in this industry so fucking delusional that they refer to non-actors as pedestrians and civilians?
Yeah, probably.
But you want to know the podcast, the show she's from, or what the name was? I think I'll give you her name, but I don't think the name will even give it away to you.
Okay, fine.
Aimee Teegarden.
Yeah, they didn't do anything.
Didn't think it would have. All the listeners are like, damn. But half the listeners like, I don't know who that is.
I have
second clue.
You know what's interesting? I didn't recognize her before you gave me her name, and now I'm even more confused.
All right, what if I told you a picture with blonde hair?
I figured she was probably blonde. Well, you're lucky. The screen's here. Probably, so I can't see anything. Yeah. But I figured she was blonde, but that's not.
Aimee Teegarden. I'll give the name of the video they uploaded. The episode, the title for their podcast.
I figured out who it is.
What?
Dun, 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 dun,
oh, okay. That was the Cardigans.
Okay, so the hair length's the same, and you're like, she had blonde hair, so she's like, oh, that's the only girl I can think of who has blonde hair at that length.
I said actors earlier. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, you did. Well, she's acting in that music video.
I don't think that counts. I don't think that awesome music video for the Cardigans,
which has no business having that good of a video.
No, it's a great song. Way better than Love Fool. Love Fool is way overrated.
Yeah, I've come around. But the guitar riff to Love Fool is awesome. Anyways, tangent averted.
Yeah, tangent averted. No, that's I'll tell you the name of the title of that podcast.
I think the podcast is your mama's
Teegarden. It wasn't Aimee Teegarden. .. AKA Julie Taylor.
Dude, no
That was Julie
way.
Taylor. How good does Aimee Teegarden look, dude?
Wow, yeah, she looks great. I never recognized her.
She looks fucking phenomenal. And whenever we cut back to fucking Scotty P and motherfucking...
Oh my God, it's on Friday Night Lights?
That's the Friday Night Lights podcast. But I think the title was AKA Julie Taylor.
God.
That's what I was watching.
What else is she known for? Some Hallmark fucking movie?
Scream 4, bro.
Oh yeah, she's in Scream 4.
Scream 4, man.
What's her character in Scream 4? She's playing herself, probably.
No, she's not. No, she's actually the real canon. She's not the stab movie. She's the girl who actually gets killed.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Her and Britt Robertson are watching the stab movies.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, but Scream 4 is not only a sequel to the first 3 Scream, but it's actually a sequel to Friday Night Lights. So she's just playing Julie Taylor.
She's playing Julie Taylor. Julie Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah, she looks phenomenal. She looks good, red hair.
Otherworldly.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm watching that. Everything she was saying was incredible, except for that one thing where she took on the fucking face of Burt Kreischer.
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off again. She, of all people in the industry, is referring to those who aren't as normies.
I mean, it was kind of cute when she said it, though, because she's her and Bert's Bert. But she was saying it because she was saying in the less do she sends, she wasn't comparing herself to normies. She was saying
she's better than normies.
Because she used the term fucking Nepo baby. And then, dude, that's exactly what I said. Somehow Scotty P gets everything. He immediately knew what was going on. Okay? He instantaneously is like, oh, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay? But fucking Saracen was like, what the fuck does Nepo baby mean? And she's like, you know what that means? And then and she didn't answer. He's like, no, really, what does that mean? And apparently that's an abbreviation for nepotism babies.
I was going to say nepotism, but why would you be such an asshole say Nepo baby?
I don't know. Apparently it's a term. Because Scotty P got it right away.
No, he's a dick who just agrees with anything anyone says.
You know what? I loved high school, okay? I loved college. Now I'm going to love living in Japan. All right? And honestly, there's a bit of a tangent. It's not even a tangent, really. Just a side quest of Scotty P talk. This is about Aimee Teegarden, a.k.a. Julie Taylor.
Again, as soon as you said her name, I'm like, who the fuck is he talking about?
And also, she spells it Aimeet, and then it's like T.
I kind of like when
I like it too, but it's such a long name. It's not even
Is it Aimee Mann spelled that way too?
No, I don't. Maybe, yeah.
I think she does.
Yeah, I think she does as well. It's cooler. Okay, I'm not complaining about it. She's fucking gorgeous. Okay, she can do whatever she wants. I'm just trying to fucking, I don't want to fall head over heels. I'm trying to knock her down a few pegs in my mind. She said in the interview that she's saying Nepo baby, and Sarah's like, what? The fuck? And then she was describing the normies because she was saying how she's not a nepotism baby. Like, her parents work regular jobs, so 99% of her friends were all regular people, not people in the industry when she was growing up. That's what she was saying. So it wasn't as douchey, but it's still pretty douchey to hear her say fucking normies and everything. And the really funny part is that if she wasn't as good looking as she was, I never would have felt the need to further explain. I would have just been like, no, she just had normies and she's a bitch. I would have left it alone at that point. But like, she's actually pretty cool. So maybe I should defend her honor. But no, Scotty P, the fact that he fucking... I'm really annoyed that I know his name now. Because for the longest time, I kept seeing him in things, and I kept just not being able to associate him. It was the Brittany Snow effect. I was like, all right, Brittany Snow and Scott Porter are the most forgettable humans of all time. I watched the fucking Prom Night remake, and I forgot when he died. I was like, who the hell is that guy? Who's this random side character? Why is such an elaborate death? I thought it was just some other person at the prom.
And his girlfriend comes back on stream.
Like,
who the hell is this?
Yeah, who the hell is this? And then we're watching fucking John Tucker die. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Honestly, Brittany Snow could be moved from the entire movie when it
Brittany Snow has worked for 20 years without leaving a trace of anything. Okay? She's the world's greatest thief. She's taking paychecks, and she's doing none of the work to earn them. And then fucking Scotty Porter's the same thing, but now because of 10 years and because of Friday Night Lights specifically, the 10 years I could still forget his name. Fucking Prom Night, I could most certainly forget his name.
He's such a douche in
and also, fucking when we were watching Friday Night Lights, Mom was like, that guy on Friday Night Lights, he looks familiar to me. I'm like, he's in Lucifer, that show you just watched last week. And also that TV show about women killing their husbands, he was in that show too you watched last week. She's like, I couldn't even tell. Something about his fucking face and everything about him is just so plain and forgettable.
Yeah, it's not when a good actor has this effect where they can change their look and you can't recognize how good they are.
It's not Aaron Taylor Johnson you can't recognize, or Christian Bale, who was a chameleon and everything else. I saw some dumb video just now where it was like some guy, with no personality who was just like, Christian Bale has said that he is quitting his transformations. Christian Bale is known for his transforming acting ability from American Psycho to then Machinist to then Batman. And that was the entire video. He's no longer doing it. I'm like, wow, I'm glad I wasted 30 seconds to hear a recap in such a fantastical way. And also, he said he gained 150 pounds for Batman. That's not true. I think he gained like 80 pounds, and they told him to lose 20 pounds.
Gaining 80 is still fucking insane.
I know, especially because he lost 70 for fucking The Machinist.
But also, all that stupid transformation stuff he does, there's no way the script calls for any of that.
I know.
That's all him being the machinist. He could have been fat. He could have been fucking skinny. It wouldn't matter.
It was pretty cool, that movie.
The movie's great, but him being anorexic has nothing to do with the movie.
Adds a lot to the movie. The part where he takes off his pants and just puts his arms up is one of the most horrifying shots of all time.
It adds a lot to the movie, but if you saw the movie and that was not an element, you would not go, why isn't he so skinny?
Also, what's really funny, too, is the first shot they show of him, they show that one picture of him fishing, and it's normal Christian Bale. And even though it's normal Christian Bale, in my mind, like, what a fat piece of shit. And it's just Christian Bale looking perfectly normal. I'm like, what a fucking pudgy motherfucker. Because I'm seeing him weigh 22 pounds in The Machinist. Did he weigh like 108 pounds in that movie?
Something absurd.
It was like, I think sub 120. It was like low numbers. Something and the hilarious part was at the very end of the video, the guy's
my
like,
bones actually hurt thinking how skinny it was.
The guy, well, he said that that's the easier part. I've heard Christian Bale say that starving yourself is very simple. You just don't eat. He said it's really hard gaining weight because he's like, you're puking, then you eat more, then you puke again, then you eat more. So apparently that's way worse.
I don't know. I've never had a hard time eating. I've had a hard time not eating. No, but
have you ever you might have gained 15 pounds in a month because you were just having a good time. Have you ever tried to gain 45 pounds in a month?
No, but I think I could do it.
I think I can do it too. Also, that's actually the challenge. I'm not going to become a fat piece of shit. I'm actually doing it for I just saw that joke from. That's not even an original thing. That was the fucking. I guess Dane Cook's not a piece of shit. That was the Crypto Ninja coming in. For a second, I thought I'm gonna say I got a part coming up. I don't know what part it is yet, but I'm gaining weight for it. That's what the Norm Macdonald joke is. Whenever he's getting fat.
That's funny.
Fuck. Aimee Teegarden. Oh no, I think I want to get into.
Can you call her by her actual name?
Julie Taylor.
Thank you, so I can follow this conversation.
Julie. Fucking. Also, they opened it up by saying how apparently the last time they saw each other was when Matt Saracen saw fucking Julie Taylor at some Spartan race, right? And Scotty was like, "Why wasn't I invited?" And apparently it was fucking. This is
a Spartan race.
It's like a team race where you go over the wall. It's like a bunch of stuff.
It was an episode of the show. I'm like, why?
It was like 2018. This happened.
Gotcha.
They went on a race. You know who went to the race that Scotty P wasn't invited to? 4 people, all from the show.
He can't run. Why would
That's funny.
Why would he be there?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good advantage, being able to roll yourself downhill. Uphill's gonna be a real pain in the ass, but
Julie, I guess Saracen.
Kind of. The 2 I already mentioned are part of the 4. Yeah.
Oh, was fucking Was Mae Whitman a part of the interview?
I was pissed about that too. Why isn't Mae Whitman there? Especially because the fact that Mae Whitman's the biggest super fan in the world. Wouldn't you think more than anything she would want to be present for the interviews with guests from the show?
You would think. I would want to be at the interview Julie was at.
Dude, me too. Trust me, me too. But she wasn't there, which was annoying. So it's actually just Scotty P and fucking Saracen. I should figure out what Saracen's name is. I have no fucking clue. Sean, maybe?
I think it's better to call him Saracen.
Friday Night Lights.
Was Mae Whitman at the race or no?
Zach Gilford. I'm gonna stick with Saracen.
Yeah, Gilford.
I
knew a Gilford. He was a douche, so I'm not gonna start calling this guy Gilford.
Fucking Saracen was talking to her. So who went to the race with them?
It was Mae Whitman at the race at least.
No.
Oh, so she was. Okay.
4 people from Friday Night Lights. How hard? You know 2 of them are already.
Fucking calm down.
No.
Okay, the amount of tangents we go on, it's hard to follow a conversation. Is it a football player from the show?
Yes. One guy, one girl. Just guess.
No, I mean, what the fuck? God damn it, Alex. Taylor Kitschich.
Yes.
And fucking Minka Kelly.
Yes.
I'm a genius.
So see, why are you? Wait, you're such a fucking savant. Why are you second guess? You clearly knew the answer. You knew in your heart of hearts. Why'd you take so long to get to it?
I just don't trust myself.
Sometimes. I know. I'm trying to bring you out of your shell here, man. You knew the answer clearly. And then Scotty's like, why wasn't I invited? Fan. Why? He said like 10 times in the first minute of the thing.
Because you can't run!
Yeah, no, that's what they should have said too. They should have really harped on it, and he would have had some sort of PTSD where he's like, my leg's not working. He was because he's a method actor, of course. So when he was actually playing fucking Street Williams, he actually didn't walk for those entire 3 years.
I believe it.
Off screen, on screen, between seasons, he was just committed to the wheelchair act the entire time.
Dude. Can we
versus
pause?
Fucking assholes like that guy on Glee, who not only is he not committed to being a method actor and stay in the chair, he's then going to break the illusion by randomly walking in a safety dance sequence. Hey, look, Brittany, I can walk now. And everyone at home who was actually in a wheelchair who loved that character was like, I hope you fucking die.
That scene made me uncomfortable.
I know, and I can walk.
Okay. Fucking, can we side note and talk about Friday Night Lights for 1 second before we go back to the race? Fucking.
Race is over already. Just back. Hopes about Friday Night Lights. We're gonna call this episode fucking Aimee Teegarden, aka Julie.
I was gonna say
we're gonna ride off of their immense success of getting 1,000 views on a video.
And then in the description, just put the name of their podcast.
Exactly, and we'll say, "Hey guys, I didn't know what's it called. It's called like it's
hey,
not
it's
only
Friday
football.
Night Lights. We also play football.
No,
Sometimes
it's not.
we also like
that's
baking.
not what it's called. It's called like it's not only football. Clear Eye. What's the name of their fucking podcast?
Something that's really stupid. Clear Eyes, Full Heart's been great.
It's called It's Not Only Football, the Friday Night Lights podcast, and then it says on the thing, I think, the Clear Eyes, Full Hearts when it loads in.
Fucking that first season was so tight. That was a tight 10, that first season. That season's so good.
Yeah, that first season kicked ass.
Season 2, we fucking crawled the finish.
Yeah, and then season 3, we can't get through.
What is it, 3 episodes in? It's
We're
so
on episode
fucking
5, I think.
bad. That show went all over the place.
And then the hilarious part is, like, you guys are thinking, like, God, just finish the last season. That's when all the people graduate and they move on. No. It's actually season 4 and 5 with a new cast of misfits.
It wasn't Saracen just there for the long haul?
I think so, because somehow in the pilot, he's the same age as all of them, but then he's actually a year younger than them twice in a row. So that's actually really crazy, too. They're acting like it's crazy to have fucking Peter Pan come in there and be a starting quarterback at freshman. Apparently, Saracen was a starter at freshman, too, based on the fact that he's in the first 4 seasons of the show.
Is Peter Pan in there, Phil, anytime soon?
I don't think so, and I kind of like him, honestly.
I do, too.
I kind of like Peter Pan. I don't know what his name is.
It's Peter Pan.
It's Peter Pan. And what's his name in the show? It was JD.
No, it was Peter Pan.
What was his name in Friday Night Lights, though? Because it was
Peter
like,
Pan.
Right. So the other thing I thought was interesting, though, during my infatuation.
Oh, by the way, dibs. Oh, gotcha. Fucking swept under there, and it's mine now. How's it feel to suck, Alex? How does it feel?
Okay,
Sucks
first off,
to suck. I
first
just
off-
stole everything you said.
First off. It started off cool,
No, it didn't.
and then
You
you
looked
like
at me like with such
panicked and kept
judgment.
talking, and it stopped being cool.
Because
and
your
became
face
super
said
lame.
otherwise. You look
and
like I was an
also,
asshole.
because it's not even that already been accounted for.
Yeah, I know, but you know
So
what?
no, and also you didn't even know who it was. You put the video on.
Who,
you had no
who
idea.
cares?
Fucking. Have you shut the fuck up and I talk? Okay, you're doing too much of the talk in this episode. You're trying to. Let me add a little color into this. How about you just don't do that? Okay. The thing I thought was really interesting though was she was saying how on the fucking call sheet when she went in there, she only went into the audition because her agent wanted her to. She said, "No, I'm going to get it." They called for someone who had to be 18 years old. They wanted a redhead with blue eyes.
Who, Julie?
Yeah. So she was like, "I'm not going to get that part, but whatever. I'll go in there and get it." So apparently she went in there and wasn't even trying at first. And then they're like, "No, keep trying. Let's see what you got." Blah
For her
blah blah.
phenomenal acting. They really she won everyone over with her great acting chops.
I mean, listen, okay, you're saying it pretty clearly. I'm in love with the woman. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, I'm sorry to
To disrespect me and on extension of her.
That was really rude of
But
me.
then
I'm
again,
sorry.
I mean, I had the same thought you did because in the very beginning, when they were talking about it, Jason or Scotty P was talking about like how great she is and how she just stood out so much. That must have been the reason why she's so talented. And I was like, I don't remember having that takeaway watching the show. I remember thinking she was kind of annoying, honestly, and like really, really annoying, actually.
Yeah, she's kind of terrible.
Yeah, and really obnoxious on top of being annoying.
She was okay.
And quite annoying.
And
honestly, a little annoying.
You didn't harp on how annoying she is.
She was actually pretty fucking annoying. Remember when she starts dating the Swede?
Who's not Swedish.
No, the one thing you should again. I understand that they wanted a redhead with blue eyes, and they got her, a blonde with brown eyes. Okay,
Why would they want a redhead? Her dad has brown hair.
because Connie Britton has red hair.
Not really. She's like strawberry
I know,
blonde.
but that's
barely
the point.
red.
That's what they clearly were going for. They clearly wanted to get someone who looked like Connie Britton.
You know what? I think if she had the red hair, she wouldn't look like Connie Britton's daughter, where she does as a blonde.
I agree, because Connie Britton's like the least amount of red hair possible.
Speaking of beautiful ladies, Connie Britton is so beautiful.
Should I just scream, "Ooh, Dibs, got him!" Oh,
yeah, why not?
fucking loser. But no, the only thing that the person, like, I understand.
Well, you didn't, because I said dibs.
The Swede, the one thing you had to do was cast the person who had blonde hair. And they didn't even get that right. The guy looked like he was from Romania, okay? He had a scrabby beard and greasy black hair. That doesn't scream Swedish. You know what screams Swedish to me? Alexander Skarsgård.
That's funny you should say that. I think he's Swedish.
He's Swedish. You know else? Stellan Skarsgård.
He also looks Swedish.
Maybe get a Swedish person who looks Swedish.
I don't even get it. Not only does he now look Swedish, doesn't have an accent.
Nope.
Nothing about his character screams he's European.
Nope.
It doesn't even indicate he's not from that state.
Nope.
Where do they
Nothing
get
about
off
it.
saying Swede?
And it's
Like it's an inside joke.
And I understand maybe they wrote the character and they couldn't find anyone, so they just gave it to that guy. Like, then just stop making it this weird.
Yeah,
Make something else.
call him the disgusting, greasy fucking animal.
Yeah, call him the fucking disgusting pool boy. Okay?
Exactly. How
The
do you call
fucking
him what he
pool
is?
Troll.
The pool troll. Exactly. Imagine if Connie Britton was just going, "Oh, she's seen the pool troll today."
Yeah, instead of hearing the Swede, and it's like that show fucking does just get so bad.
It goes off the rails immediately.
So fucking quickly. And it doesn't even start off that on the rails because like episode 1 to episode 2 drops like 10 storylines. They're like, what was fucking tall girl's name? Adriana Palicki. What was her fucking character name? It was like something asinine, wasn't it?
Tamara,
That sounds really close.
Tara, it's some of the T. It's definitely
some hick name like Tamara. Yeah. It's some dumb flyover state Rust Belt stupid name.
What spell?
Rust Belt.
I've never heard that expression before.
Tyra Collette.
Oh, I was close.
The last name Collette, bro. Dirty. Okay, fucking. No, but fucking Tyra is was smashed in the first episode, and they never mentioned it ever again.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
that. Whole entire show just dropped plot points. They had that one like mayor's wife who's throwing herself at every single person on the team. Then we never see her again. That entire show.
Oh yeah. The pilot episode. She's from with every fucking
first episode. The first episode is not only episode 2, but at least episode 2 is still good. But dude, the second season 1 ended. They're like, all right, guys, we've made a good show. And now it's just around the coattails of its success, and they just fucking threw it all in for the rest of the series. And I cannot imagine what season 5 storylines look like. And the real scary part is I'm almost fucking certain Kyle Chandler got like an Emmy for the last season, and it's like it must, without a doubt, it's a pity. It's a pity one. They're like, we should have given it to you for season 1. We didn't think, but we don't like giving new shows, new actors their first thing right away. We want to test them. Then we realized the show sucked, but you kind of did deserve them for that first season, so here you go. Yeah, he won in 2011. Didn't he get one for Bloodline 2 retroactively? Kyle Chandler's the king of one-season good shows.
Yeah, honestly. Didn't they do that with Danny? Didn't he get a fucking
He got one like
Oscar,
season 3
Oscar,
of his posthumous annoyingness opposed to his amazing lead character status.
Yeah. Dude, when we started watching Ozark, I was convinced that it was going to be like Bloodline, where season 1 was great, everything else was going to be fucking shit.
No, somehow Netflix managed to have 4 good seasons of a show. 4 great seasons of a show. 4 seasons that get better, and better.
We're not bad people. We did a bad thing.
Yeah, man. Coach Taylor. Fucking... No, but Aimee Teegarden is fucking a.k.a. Julie Taylor. I was going to say it every time now, since that's how they title their episode, Aimee Teegarden, a.k.a. Julie Taylor.
I feel like it's Julie Taylor, a.k.a. Aimee Teegarden.
I
feel like that would make a little more sense.
I think that'd be better, because I think more likely than not, even though, admittedly, Friday Night Lights ended in 2011... and that's 12 years ago, I still think more people are going on Google searching Julie Taylor than they are searching Aimee Teegarden.
Most definitely. Can we go back to the Mae Whitman thing? So she's the super fan. Is she in any of the episodes with the fucking guests from the show, or is she only hang out with Dipshit and fucking Saracen?
Interesting. Dipshit is Scotty P. Okay.
I like Scotty P now, but he's still
I thought Dipshit was Saracen, and I thought Wheels would have been fucking Scotty P or something. Interesting. I don't know. I only watched like 6 episodes of that thing. It was interesting. I watched the first episode while we were watching Friday Night Lights, so I was pretty into it. And they were talking ad nauseum about the fucking how the whole thing got set up, and like apparently Saracen was only in the show at all because Peter Berg knew he wanted to play the part, but the studio was like, you gotta bring in 3 actors for the next round of testing, and he was like, why? I know I want to play the part. And like, you need to bring in another actor. We need to have a couple people to get a good idea of everything, compare stuff. And he was like, okay, fine. I guess that dickhead over there can come to the next round.
Really?
Yeah, apparently he didn't like him at all and was completely cold with him the entire time. And the last second, that guy fell through to different projects, and then he just by default got the part.
Nice.
Which is pretty hilarious. So that was interesting. And they were talking about it, about the whole entire process. I'm like, this is actually pretty enjoyable. I was, a little fucking smoky. I was fucking listening to. I thought Mae Whitman looked cute. I was like, I wonder why. I don't get why she's here, even though she's a fan. It's so weird that she's here. And then episode 2, I started watching. I got 6 minutes into it, and I was like, the novelties wore off. I'm actually no longer interested in this whatsoever. And then I popped back in like episode 10 to check it out for a second to see maybe I was just being hard. No, but it still sucks. Maybe saw a clip here and there, and then now I'm watching Aimee Teegarden, and I was like, well, hello. I know. Now I've realigned all of my goals. And I know where the end. I've always said like, I know what people say like, I know where I am. I know where I want to be. Just how do I get there? Well, now after knowing that the end game is just Julie Taylor, now everything else has become very clear. All the fog has just left. I can see the entire board now.
That's good. People wait their entire life for such clarity. I know.
And who would have thought Scotty P and Matt Saracen could have done that for me? They would give me such clarity. But she looks fantastic.
Have you ever seen the movie?
The movie?
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights? Yeah. Technically, it was played in like 6th grade class, but I was kind of shit talking with my buddies and not watching the movie in the background. It was like on a Friday, my teacher played it.
It's pretty good timing with that one.
That's hilarious. I didn't even realize that, but yeah, I read the book. I read the book though in school as well.
Yeah, but the show has nothing to do with the book, right?
No, the movie's the book.
Okay, because I was gonna ask if it's compare at all, because I don't understand. Like in my mind, then season 1 I guess is based off the movie / book. Then
no,
that's why it's so tight and it clearly has a fucking path they're going.
Not really, but the only thing I do think it's funny that Connie Britton's in both, and that Buddy Garrity's in both, and I think one other person's in both as well. That Peter Berg's like, let's just repeat this whole entire thing. Also, you gotta be a complete fucking lunatic to like Michael Mann remade Heat because he didn't make a.
He's remaking it again.
I know, which is that now he's a bad example because he's doing it 3 times. But like remaking something you've done before, I don't think is crazy. But making a movie and then like 6 months later saying, you know what, let's adapt it into a TV show. You're a fucking like your idea of yourself is so large. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the well on that one. There's more to do here. It's just crazy to me that like literally a year later he decides to make the show now after making the movie.
And I hate to break it to him, but there's not a lot you can drain out.
Dude, I'm just happy it's before the Mark Wahlberg Peter Berg symbiotic relationship.
Oh my god,
started.
could you imagine if he was Coach Taylor?
I wish.
Oh
I
my
fucking
God.
wish. I love Kyle Chandler. I do. I think Kyle Chandler is great. Okay. I wanted to watch Mayor of Kingstown until I realized he was only in the first episode. I was like, you know what?
Oh, what?
So they got to watch Jeremy Renner lead a show without Kyle Chandler in it. And, you know, first edition's pretty cool, right? Fucking, I would give anything to have it where Mark Wahlberg... You know what? I would give anything to have Mark Wahlberg's career not make it in the first place. That'd be funnier. That's the funnier timeline. You know, Mark Wahlberg, all the success and all the happiness, fine. But the funnier timeline is the one where Mark Wahlberg does not make it as an actor and can't, you know, get past his music career, okay? That's the funnier timeline. And in that timeline, he has a very successful career on TV, and he goes on to be in Friday Night Lights. And that show is the funniest fucking show ever put on television. It gets a 13 episode pickup after pilot. It only airs 6 episodes and gets canceled, but it's a fucking cult classic show.
You really think that's the trajectory if they had a one
Mark Wahlberg doing a Texas accent? I think so.
Dude, I don't even think he would put in that kind of effort.
No, it'd be like every 10 words you get like a whole... you just get... Howdy. That's all you get. You get a whole... Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. Guys, what are you doing? We're playing football.
We're playing football. What's going on? So I wanted to play. You gotta be your teammates. What are you doing? Get some help. Where's my daughter? Where's my wife? Howdy. That's all you get. Actually, you know what you do? No, if he took on the part, the whole entire Coach Taylor trajectory would have changed entirely. He would have been the fucking cowboy hat, red Corvette, class ring coach. He would have been Buddy, essentially.
Oh, that would have been fucking cool.
That would have been sick, okay? That's actually a better show. Maybe the show lasts 10 years that way if you have it where it's just a douchebag head coach instead of the most annoyingly righteous head coach of all time.
And he should be an alcoholic.
He should be an alcoholic.
He should be showing up to practice drunk
you're
all
in
the
Texas,
fucking time.
Fucking, especially considering you're a Texas high school football coach who then you make it to college for like 2 weeks and you're back to the fucking Texas high school coaching again.
I don't know anything about how seriously they take high school football down in Texas.
Pretty fucking serious.
But the fact that Coach Taylor's like, Tammy, I am a high school football coach. Do you have any idea how I'm basically more
I'm God.
important? I was going to say,
do you want to know what heaven's like? Try being God.
Try running the Dillon Panthers high school football team. That's what it's like being God.
Yeah, no, and then it's hilarious too because then she comes in and she's like, "Well, now, hey, look at me, I'm the volleyball coach," and he's like, "That means
volleyball
nothing.
Sucks.
That means nothing." Okay. And so, okay, so just to clarify, Eric. I was fucking.
Also, Eric. That's not his name.
Eric
his name's
Taylor.
not Eric.
His first name is Coach. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking. You're telling me. So you told me when I was just a fucking guidance counselor, coaching was more important. Now that I'm a coach, you're telling me that football is more important than volleyball? He's like, that's exactly what I'm telling you. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. You bet it. You bet your ass it is.
He's really a fucking piece of shit to that beautiful, beautiful woman.
I know. It's like, dude, she could spit. She could kick you in the dick and you should say thank you. Okay,
honestly.
It's Connie Britton. That's a bullshit story. This is now about Entourage. That fucking horseshit with Dana Gordon when Constance Zimmer was saying how her and Connie Britton were talking about how they were the 2 ugly girls in the room. I'd love to know what fucking room they were in where those are the 2 ugly girls in the fucking room.
Honestly.
In what room do you walk into and you say, wow, Connie Britton, what a dog. What? Who's next to her? Fucking Mary Magdalene? Okay? Who the fuck is next to her where you're like, oh, this is a dirty, ugly person?
Oof. Yeah.
No one. It's fucking Connie Britton.
And even Constance Zimmer, no one's gonna look at her and go,
Constance Zimmer's hot.
That's my point.
Dana Gordon is awesome.
I don't think Connie Britton could have played it as well, though.
No, that would have been a terrible casting point. I also don't think Constance Zimmer could have been put into fucking Coach Taylor's wife.
Yeah, didn't she claim that like well, we were up for the same parts all the time? You guys don't even act remotely the same.
She said that. I preached on Victory podcast, and I can't see that being a thing either. But then again, fucking they wanted Julie, but the call sheet said redhead with blue eyes. They got a blonde girl who had brown eyes. Fucking, Jason, then he responded, Jason Street Williams, fucking Scotty P himself, right? The guy was good at everything. He loves high school, he loves college, he loves Japan, he loves everything. He was saying how he thought he wouldn't get the part either because his said no one over the age of 21. He was 23, I think, or 24.
Dude, he looks like he's 35.
They said they wanted. I know he looks terrible. He looks even worse now. He looks so old. When I was watching, I was thinking like, dude, this should be an audio only podcast because it's like you just look weird. Matt looks great. Julie looks fantastic. You just look like you were one of the guys who was like, the one who was the I think the defensive coordinator. No, he's the offensive coordinator. It was the old white guy who was being racist. And
yeah.
That's how fucking Scott Porter looks like now. He looks like that guy. All right, and he was saying how they want the call sheet said you have to be no older than 21. He was 23. It said you have to be at least 6'3". He's not 6'3", and they said they wanted There's one of their factors. I don't know if it was hair color or eye color, but again, they were not asking for him for the part.
This is going to be a very insensitive thing to say.
Why does it matter how tall the person is if they're in a wheelchair?
He spends his entire character sitting down. Who cares if he's 6'3"?
I don't know.
You know what? You can't tell when someone's sitting down how tall they are.
And then also, it's like, well, clearly it wasn't that important if Matt's the next quarterback because Matt it looks like the
5'3".
Dude, that's one thing I don't like that show is like, couldn't you guys? I get like, oh, we want the best person for the part. Okay, it's like, yeah,
clearly
they're all good and likable, fine, but it's like that's something I hate too. I hate when they say like no one else could have played these parts. And like, you ever hear a person who makes a show say that?
Yeah.
No one else could have played this part. Really? No one else? No one else. There's no one else on God's green earth who could have done what this did.
No.
Especially in a comedy, like in Gilmore Girls, right? It's pretty quippy and fast paced, but like there's not too many scenes that really require someone to be a thespian to get through. And you're telling me there's no one in the world could have played fucking Lorelai's part? No one in the whole entire universe, only Lauren Graham. I love Lauren Graham, but only Lauren Graham could have played that part? That's ridiculous to say, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
That's why there's rounds of casting, is you're not just immediately sure. That's why Saracen didn't just walk and get the part handed to him before he read his lines, because clearly other people could maybe play the part too. Okay, and not to mention too, the amount of people in the world compared to who auditions for a part greatly is a big difference in those two numbers right there. So you may have taken of the 50 people who auditioned, he was the best one, but you can't say of the 8 billion of the options, he was the best one. But it's also the Twilight thing with how the hell did Bella? They got Kristen Stewart, blonde. Rosalie, they got brunette, fucking Nikki Reed. Kellen Lutz, looks like a blonde guy, give him dark hair. Jackson Rathbone with jet black hair will give him blonde hair. Carlisle's a brunette, will give him blonde hair. How did everyone in that movie get cast in these parts? Why are you in the audition room if you don't match the person they're asking for? Like I get, everything works out for a reason. Aimee Teegarden had to be Julie Taylor, but like she was saying, why is she going in for the audition if they want a redhead with blue eyes and she has blonde hair, brown eyes?
That's a question. Why are you going to that audition then?
I thought the whole point of having, I thought the whole point of explaining what you want in the person to look like was to get people who look like that person to walk in, not just to have anyone walk in who feels like auditioning for the part.
Trying to think of some quippy thing to respond to that where I could rationalize the thought process, but I'm not thinking.
It doesn't make any sense at all. It's all stupid. And then I guess you know why it is though. The reason why we can't figure it out is because of our pedestrian, normie, civilian brains. We just can't compute these. The back workings of this industry and the jargon and all. Like we know we asked for a redhead with blue eyes, but of course we actually want a blonde with brown eyes. It's that simple.